Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is CK3, where we are playing as the Tunjur dynasty, responsible for the reformation and resurgence of the Kushite religion. And oh wow, this is an interesting episode for me because I have no idea what I'm going to do. Normally I have a pretty set plan on what I want to achieve during an episode in order to, well, make it exciting, interesting for you guys to watch. But this time I have absolutely no freaking clue. The fact of the matter is that we are nowhere near forming Abyssinia, okay? We lack 17 counties in order to do that. I can't do it. I can't. I have waged war already on Zaila. Also, Dawaro over here, if I pronounce it correctly. It is really funny to wage war for Duchy, but all his lands are in one bloody duchy. Not to state alone that he is allied to Outer Aduran. Boy howdy. We are not going to get anywhere near soon this thing done. The most logical one would probably be to take out Gondar. But even then, that's going to get those two counties. It's And then what? What I do then for Abyssinia? Declare them for... I'm probably going to do that, but it's not going to be any great achievements, I think, in regards of pushing the boundaries of our realm very, very far. What I am going to do is build up that capital cash therefore, the capital holdings therefore, and spend the capital cash because I don't think we have any use to keep it at this moment. So, boom. All the money! The gun! I did not plan for that. I really didn't. But yeah. The biggest thing that we're probably going to achieve in this run... Oh my dear lord, you are at war with a lot of stuff. In the Gojo custom of the Chieftain of Dhamma, you are attacking him. Alright. Do you have any interesting allies? No, you're just being raided. By whom? You're part of my realm. You're raiding all the way down there? And you're, hey. You're Kushite. Reformed Kushite. And you can raid? Oh, because you're just tribal. You're feudal nowadays. I mean, it's just... Sometimes I'm a little bit baffled what makes it a tribal or a feudal thing. These are all feudal. You're tribal. You're tribal. Salamat, that's of our dynasty. That's you two fell apart. How did this happen? How did you get... You must have lost it somehow. An error installed by faction demand. Yep. That's exactly what happened. Okay then. Not sure what to do about that. The other thing, of course, that we are greatly anticipating is the, well, for our boy to reach his adulthood. Greetings, my modest liege. He wants to invite me for a little party. You know what? I will accept that because I don't have the money, and who knows, I might get an eager reveler from this. Which does give bonuses to diplomacy and other matters. Which I currently forgot. But hey, let's form a friendship. Also never, or at least start the forming of friendship. No, I'm not gonna give you any things that you like. She recognizes your intellect. Thank you for that prestige gain. And there we go, I gained the eager reveler trait. So what was it? Diplomacy and intrigue. Thank you. And opinion of revelers. But thank you for Count Ada of Alodia. He just granted me so much more power. It might not seem like much to diplomacy and one intrigue, but holy heck, considering my intrigue and diplomacy scores are actually still are my lowest scores, that bonus is pretty good. No. Okay, now we need to attack, because now he's getting attacked also by something else. So we cancel out... But Gojum, yeah, you're neutral now. So you get the heck out of there, buddy. Gojum no longer a thing to take care of. I think he likes to focus on diplomatic matters. Oh, it's good to see you, Ada. Turning troubles. There we go. Becomes my best friend. Always good to have friends. And he liked that I understood that he likes diplomatic matters. Okay, let's park you over here and see where he goes with his army. He's currently not willing to fight. Which is, of course... Oh, these Coptic people, they've chosen the wrong gods after all anyways. Of course he's not going to fight. Here, would wet treat us with scaly skin? Absolutely not. I think I'm going to inherit another war though. Can no longer continue with convert fate in... Did something convert? Oh, you may have might have converted. Despite our low fervor, I must say we are doing well in converting counties. Now, of course, we have the pickings if we want to. 23. That's 7 years. That's a lot, I have to admit. You know what? Maybe you should actually go and give me some additional piety. Get to that Paragon of Virtue level and maybe get ready for another... well, holy war for a kingdom title. Which will tank the fervor even more, I'm well aware, but... who knows? It is actually so soft and quiet right now, I can actually hear them beating their shields. I normally don't tend to do that a lot. Time to ransom some people. That's not where I needed to go. 50 gold. Ka-ching! There we go. Who says war couldn't be profitable? And yet, there it is. As predicted, I would inherit a war. I've inherited a war with this little fellow. So we go there. There and there. And we're gonna ensure... You're still gonna get a kingdom. I can't prevent him from gaining kingdoms. So landing him is actually not a good idea. Because then he would just have more land to gain. Which is not what I want. Is this part of Blemia or... no, this is Abyssinia proper already. Okay, good. So that won't be inherited away, so to speak. So let's go again with Lowerborn, Deju, Kushite. You have to be a male because we are male dominated, we're adult, and we are not a ruler. Otherwise, things would go very, very weird. Do we have somebody that's... You're impatient. We need patient. You do have possessed trait congenital. No, but I don't want the faith to be tanked. And yes, while I'm doing this, you're totally right that I can't guarantee that the next guy, their sons, won't tank the fate completely immediately again. But for now, at least I can take care of that they won't completely lower it. I don't want to land somebody with lover's pucks. Somehow that makes me feel like no. Because I have the feeling you will try to, I don't know, help my wife. No, you're lazy. I constantly click on you. Actually, you're okay. I just see vengeful and I think like no, because of Catholicism that I've played some Christian games on my own, and actually in mine, well, as I said, I debased the faith, and one way to do that was to make, well, debauchery the thing That everybody did. We were hedonistic and we had a ritual bloody blah. I don't know what to say anymore. A ritual... There we go. There's a spouse. Now, can I land you? I actually can. Not those things, but I can land things close by. So if I... We had a guy that we were interested in, right? 63? What? That's not part of our realm. No, I think it was down here somewhere. Here, you're 80. So I can just revoke your title. Nobody will annoy because revocability does not accrue attorney. He may grow closer to former rivalry, but that doesn't help. That doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to grant him this. And I'm going to say, hey, son of mine, I have yet another proposition for you. Marry your other sister. Ta-da! There we go. Now he has 2 wives. And we're going to leave it at that for the moment. He said while eyeing his other daughter and thinking, why not? Where is she? She's 12 years old. I have a thing on my face that is dirty. Like, there you go. You're betrothed. It will take you some time before they combine, but that is fine. You are a brilliant strategist, humble, brave, and zealous. I love this boy. Don't put him in battle, though. He will kill himself. Brave is dangerous. Until he has gained himself some proper traits, he will kill himself. So he can marry almost all his sisters. That is just not her. That is a bad trait to inherit. Ugly. I'm not sure about the impatient one either, because it is a... So we have ourselves... I would like a commander, thank you. Yeah, we're going in the hills, that's not good, but we're only going in with levies. And this time we're just gonna... Well, as we say in Dutch, rouwdouw it. It kind of means that you're just forcing your way through something. Without it being particularly smart or wise to do so. You were the one, right? Yep. Grand titles. And why am I choosing people with learning? Well, I hope they will take the theologian route. And when they take the theologian route, that means... no, he took whole body. Well, that means he still might get to that, because whole of body is not a bad idea. Whole of body does a lot of good. You will live quite a bit longer. But yeah, I hope they go down actually the theologian route, so that it's easier for them to convert this area, because in the theologian route... Let me go there, click here, click there. You will get to religious icon. Convert faith in a county. The time it takes to convert a county is no longer increased if that faith is in higher fervor than your faith. Which is probably why this Kushite is being spread so well. Look at that purple. It is very present. I love it. Wait a second. Oh no. Yeah, this happens quite often with the kingdoms in the Christian kingdoms in the Iberian Peninsula. They at a certain point go like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna go Muladi. Or whatever the religion is here. Because I once saw here, I don't know, another one. I don't know if it was a Shari or something else. But it was noticeable that it was a different religion. I also noticed this here. What the heck? Oh, the Canary Islands have invaded Maghreb. Sorry, I had to think for a minute. I want to say Morocco, but it's not Morocco yet. That is amazing. I mean, I've done it myself before. If you're ever interested in that in CK2, not in CK3, mind you. There is a series about a merchant republic starting from the Canary Islands, which is about the African gold. But for once, it doesn't come from Mali. No, for once, it comes from the Canary Islands. How well does that go? I'm not gonna spoil to you how the series goes. Ooh, gregarious. Not a bad trait. As a kind... Samoala. You know, that isn't half bad as a courtier, but you're 50... No, that is actually... Now the problem is, it lies in this, Samalo, if I pronounce that correctly. It's the first time I've ever seen this Dutchy in the sense that I... How big are you? 4. But the problem is it's part of a Jurin. It's not part of this area, which is why... I would love it if I could find a claimant here, but there is no claimant except this boy, which is an implicit claim. In a sense, he's gonna get it when his mother dies. It's not really particularly handy to do that quickly. Beneficial deal. Construction cost. Would have loved it if you would given me that just a tiny bit sooner. I don't know, when I was starting to build everything. I'm okay with chasing, even with the levies. I'm a brilliant commander. I have to admit though. We wounded him, but we didn't really do anything outside of that. We didn't capture anyone, which is more or less what I had hoped for. But there's the 100% control. Did we take any prisoners? If we did, then was this guy, and he's apparently not very interesting. Despite the fact that this guy is generous? Nope. Oh, you're part of her court for some reason. Oh, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. He has to pay money despite us not being able to ransom people. But he has to pay money because of the fact that he attacked me. I can't create the title. I do not have 250 gold. Yeah. For some reason I was like, yeah, I have money. No. We don't have money. Oh, my lord of malady is contagious. Be wary. My court physician, Bokdoru, who is the, well, very unfaithful man. Wait, he has -2 piety. How does he only get -0.9? How does he divide it by half? No. My court physician says, holds me back. The diseased body of a commoner, skin marred by the rashes and bumps, rests upon the table. Anyone who comes into contact with a corpse risks infection, and I was planning an outing that will take me close to Tarfaya, the holding of Mir Gagel of Tarfaya. Why would I do that? I revoked your title, and somebody immediately landed you back. The Duchy of Shamir. You Nimrod. But he has no claim, so I assume it's the barony title. No, but it wasn't the guy that we just took lands from, the 80-year-old, because he's 59. Or whatever the heck was. He was older than 59. No idea. But I don't want to gain a rival. And there's only 10%. Here, he will have a dignified burial. I think that's actually better than perhaps getting the luring bonus. It's only for 5 years. Yeah, let's just seek the piety. No risk of damaging anything. Everything will be fine. So, how are you, my boy? Oh, yeah, you put immediately a baby into your sister. A boy after my heart. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna have to put another censor on this video. Not in for you guys, but as in... You miss an arm. Well, I'm thankful that people make you happier. And make you feel better of me. Oh! I clicked on that perhaps a little too soon. But on the other hand, that is a good way to gain some additional bonus here. We now have 900. Need to do it one more time. It's too late for pedagogy. Which is a trait I... like, You have events, for instance, also when you try to seduce people, where you can get a random perk. For instance, right? For you seduce people, there's a trait where you can either challenge the man to a duel or poison his food so that he will be sick. If you manage to do that one, you get a free intrigue perk. And I don't know why I'm clicking over there. And then it always to me is like, okay, if I have a character that is not going to get a lot of perks in intrigue because it's not his life focus and he's not a genius and I don't have any additional interest in it, what shall I take? Right? There are these some of these perks, in my opinion, are better as a one-off perk than other perks. For instance, if you have no children, like weeds in a garden could be nice, but in general I think truth is relative is very nice if you have a lot of cash. But the problem with truth is relative is that the fabricate hook scheme targets random court chase in somebody else's court. And if that happens, you can get prompted for creating a hook on somebody you really don't need a hook on. But therefore I think that if you have a lot of money, this one is better. If you don't, it might be this one. This one I don't think you should take if you're not going into the seduction round and going full for it. The other thing is, you may want to go into Dark Insights and Divine Retribution if you are thinking of torturing a few people and you're thinking you can get a second one. I don't think that Dreadful and Thriving in Chaos is very good as taking one-shot options. But that is for this one. For Divine, for Learning, I like Pedagogy. If I have children I need to learn. I also love Scientific. Cultural Fascination Progress plus 35%. This can get you places. And I prefer that over Anatomical Studies because I already tend to have a court physician by that time. And Faithful is nice. Don't get me wrong, and General plus 5 opinion is definitely nice. But first I would go into Scientific and then go into Plant Cultivation, probably. As for Stewardship, it really depends. If you have a huge family and you're a dynasty head and a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, you have a lot of people focus on, gold obligations can get you so much money. Otherwise, I would say do cutting cornerstones, get yourself the ability to build buildings better, or if you think yeah, but no, this one. Unless you're a vassal, then Metocracy is amazingly good. And yeah, for here I would say always probably Stalwart Leader. If you think you're going to go and lead an army, otherwise probably take Bella Justicum. Because this Bella cost minus 50% is just amazing. And for this one, I would say actually do Befriend or Groom to Rule. Depending again on the amount of children and your stability of your country. Well, that was a lot of talk about a lot of stuff. Additional taxes, thank you. Gaining cash again. I'm surprised at how well we already are at gaining cash in general. Oh! Let's go again! Is that county again? I didn't check. I'm more interested in you. No, I don't need an intimate thing. Hold on, I inherited another temple. In this case, no necessary for anything else. So we want someone with high learning that isn't a sinner. Now, normally, don't get me wrong, we can hold these holdings because we are the head of the faith, right? So that is a very much a good thing. But I had talked about you guys about shall I keep this duchy and shall I get Cairo? And I realized that the Cairo duchy isn't that large actually. It's only 1, 2, 3 counties. So probably I want to go for that so that we can have 2 duchy buildings and of course have the frickin' pyramids as a special building as well on top of that. Also, I think you can get in one of these, you can also get a university on top of the duchy building. So yes, I will take Cairo and I will keep Makuria. And probably then we will have very little temple buildings. Once we gain, I don't know, somebody with great stewardship, we'll probably say to some of those temple holders, hey, give me your land back. And then we will actually have a steward who also gains a lot of piety. After all, for a lot of these buildings, you, as a holder, will gain additional piety. This holding gains tax and your realm 0.1 piety, but I do not think that counts towards me. I think that only counts towards those guys. Pretty sure of it. Religious relations is plus 1.3. Head of fate is plus 1 already, which is already good, but yeah, that's this. Religious relations. Thank you so much. That's a pretty big, hefty income part of our thing. I would love to settle this Oh, no. No, that's not Edie. This is Chang. What right does Count Chang think he has to claim that my ideas of warfare are misguided? Claiming that my ideas would break down the moment combat is met. What does he know really? In fact, what does he know really? I mean, okay, you have unyielding defender, and I'm a relentless attacker? No, that was my son, right? Yeah, that's my son. Okay. Aggressive attacker, not an unrelenting attacker. Anyways, I can see how that would be a very different type of strategy, but for us, Count Chang, huh? You are a theologian, which I will like. Don't get me wrong. We need theologians to convert things into faith. But, yeah, child benefits from tutelage. Lose some stress. Count Chang, whose pain is improved. And, let's go to Overseer and then to Bella Justicum. Which is a little silly, perhaps, that I hadn't taken that before all these wars that we've fought. But, oh, actually, into a Gallant. We haven't taken Gallant yet. But, yeah. Oh, and by the by, Marshall. I have the feeling I have talked a lot about a lot of things without actually doing much in this episode. And I don't know if I should apologize or perhaps you guys enjoy that. Let me know in the comments. You know, I'm going to force you to... Holy shoot, you only have a power skill of 5. I have to remember myself to forbid my son to being a champion of mine as soon as we go to war. But before that, it is really good that he is a champion of mine, and I mean that because I hope that he gets targeted by this man to improve a counselor's martial skill. Or commander gains commander trait, or knight improves, which in our case is what we have, knight. Although they are considered champions, right? Or is it now considered knights? No, champions. I really hope that he then improves, because then we can get some prowess skill, and not if he leads combat that he's gonna die. That would be horrendously bad. Well then, you know, what the? What is going on here again? Holy moly! Was slain in battle by a house member. Oh, right. Does that actually... I never checked. No, that does not give them like a kinslayer. Who the heck are you? You're an unlanded character. Oh, you're the son of the incestuous one. Hi, I am the son of the incestuous one. Oh no! Oh god! This sounded so... Oh, well, our dynasty is gonna lose a duchy. Doesn't really matter, because for the renown, all these dukes don't matter a darn thing. The only thing that matters is a duke by marriage. Which I wonder who that is, because I don't know. But yeah, our splendor isn't growing very well, because all our dynasty is under our banner. So... The thing I still think that is why it's wise to do so is because if you do so, there is a bigger chance that you will gain more people of your dynasty. You know, this is also going to end our dynasty. You even married a Boru. I really hope you're going to do something about that later on. Dang. I noticed that before, but now I realize just only this guy is actually gaining he has got a lot of secondary spouses. Which is interesting, because I thought they made it so that they don't take any secondary spouses over their limit. So, like, a count is 1, a duke is 2, a king is 3, and an emperor is 4. But he has 4 of them, and all kinds of family members. I noticed. He's making heavily use of that unrestricted marriage, though. I think, actually, not so much in that sense. It's my sister-in-law, my... Oh, this is always confusing. Yeah, so this is my... Oh, this is my grandfather. But nonetheless, she's my sister-in-law. Oh, that's because, of course, she married my brother. Right. How to make things confusing. But yeah, they are related, but not especially related. Funny enough, she is also the mother to this duchess. So she was married, actually, to this former duke, who got himself killed from wounds. This is why I said, the moment that we did unrestricted marriage, things are going to get confusing, and I apologize. Apparently my mind is also a little bit baffled or rattled, or whatever you want to say. Because in this episode, we didn't have a darn thing. I've only conquered these 2 counties, talked to you a little bit about life experiences over here, and, well, seeing Landadar's son and get him to, well, get a bib into his sister. Once again, I have to make sure that I... Who is attacking this? Wait a second, you are... Are you or are you not? Yeah, we are involved. But we are defending against this person. I don't know why we would do that, because if it becomes of Khanum, when we inherit Khanum and House of Land, we would be better for us, but whatever. How are you doing, by the way? 75, poor. 56, fine at the moment. Good. We'll have to see. In the next episode, I promise to try and get a little bit more of an exciting episode next one, because, yoza. But, perhaps, I don't know, perhaps you like the cool flow of this episode. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.